Hey cuties, it's me, Q the Ultrapreneur, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a steak dinner for your man or your woman. Now let's get started. Okay, here's everything that you need to make this meal. First, we're going to start out with our steak. Next is the shrimp, which has already been cleaned and deveined. I have my 3 potatoes. You can use however many you need for mashed potatoes. Yellow onion. Next is just 1 lemon. That's garlic, jalapeno pepper, rosemary, asparagus, and your carrots. Obviously you need the cutting board. Whatever oil of choice, I believe I use olive oil. I think honey, black pepper, salt, my Addy steak seasoning, butter. And now here I'm just presetting the oven. Okay, so next up what I'm going to do is oil my pan and season the meat. Right now I'm only going to use salt, pepper, and butter. Just do as I do in the video and you all should be fine. Now with steak, you gotta remember that the flavor comes from the meat itself. However, you want to make sure that you season it evenly on all sides. Next is unsalted butter. You all know I'm a fan of these baby butter sticks. Use as much as you want. Please, y'all, do not comment about how I'm using a lot of butter. Trust me, when you go to your favorite steakhouse, you will be surprised at how much butter they use. It's oven time. At this point, you should have already preheated your oven and it should already be at 400 degrees. Now we're going to cut our potatoes into 4s. Right now, I'm chopping up 1/3 of the onion used to boil with the potatoes. Okay, at this point, the steak has been in the oven for about 4 to 5 minutes. I'm going to take it out, flip it over to the other side, and put it back in the oven for another 4 to 5 minutes. Remember, we don't want to completely cook the steak in the oven. After we take it out of the oven, we're going to put it on the stove top. Okay, so we have our water boiling. I'm adding the chopped onion followed by the chopped potatoes. You want to boil the potatoes on a medium-high heat, covered. You want them to become soft enough to mash. Next up, we're going to prepare our skillet for the steak. I prefer a cast iron skillet. If you don't have one, use whatever you have. We're going to put the temperature to a medium-high heat. We're going to add the butter. Next, I'll add herbs and spices. As you see, I've added a few chopped jalapenos, and now I'm adding fresh garlic. Now I'm adding rosemary. Now we're going to add our steak. Now I'm going to season the steak with Addy steak seasoning. As you know, I am a fan of Addy seasoning and sauces, 0 calories and great flavor. You can purchase Addy seasonings at addydaddyseasoning.com. I'm a fan of this product because it has no artificial flavorings and no additives. It is a 100% natural seasoning with a great taste. If you're interested in purchasing Addy seasonings or sauces, please feel free to use my promo code QUETIES, QUETIES. That will get you 15% off your purchase. Now I'm only cooking a couple of minutes on each side. Remember, whatever seasoning you do on one side, you want to do on the other. Depending on how well done you like your steak will determine how long you cook on each side. As you see, I'm adding a little bit more butter. At this point, your steak should look similar to this. It should be done, if not close to being done. Make sure we don't overcook it. Don't forget to check on those potatoes. If your potatoes are done, you can turn off the heat or take them off the stove top. But for right now, what we're going to do is prepare our asparagus. I'm going to place foil on the pan with oil. Place the asparagus in a row. Add a little bit more oil and seasoning, black pepper and salt. A little bit of lemon juice, and that's it. I baked the asparagus in a preheated oven for about 15 minutes. At this point, I have completely drained the potatoes, and we're going to add our half a stick of butter. Once you've added the butter, you can then start to mash the potatoes. Once your potatoes are a softer consistency, you can add your milk. Now add your heavy whipping cream. Next, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And for a bit more flavor, I'm adding 1 spoonful or tablespoon of sour cream, followed by a very, very tiny few chopped green onions and rosemary. At this point, your steak should be done and looking amazing. What we're going to do next is take the steak out of the skillet. Do not rinse it out. We're going to use the sauce to glaze our carrots. Now, I will tell you, normally when I make my carrots this way, I cut them into a small coin size shape. I don't know why I didn't do it this time, but it ended up taking me a lot longer to cook them. So if you want to prepare your carrots in a faster amount of time, cut them smaller, because the thicker they are, the longer it takes to cook. Also, outside of what was already in the skillet, I only added butter and a little bit of honey to glaze the carrots. I didn't add any other ingredients. Now, as I stated before, I had to cook my carrots a little bit longer because I cut them way too big. So that's why I'm adding this step where I covered them in foil. If you cut them smaller, please skip that step. Last but not least, we are going to cook our shrimp. I put a spoonful of butter. Now I will put the shrimp in there, which, like I've said earlier, which is already clean. Devein, I kept the tail on. I added a complete seasoning. I'll put the details of the seasoning below in the description box. Old Bay seasoning. Black pepper, of course. Garlic salt. And lemon juice to top it off with. I believe I have the temperature like on a medium high heat, and then I turned it down to like a medium low. Make sure you don't overcook the shrimp. You don't want it to be rubbery. That looks pretty good. Okay, cuties, we are done. Good job, everyone. We have our rosemary potatoes, our grilled shrimp. We have our glazed carrots. Those look good. Asparagus, and of course our steak. Everything looks great here. I hope you all enjoyed cooking with me. Please like this video, leave a comment below, tell me how you enjoyed the meal, tell me how you enjoyed the recipe. Okay, I've done my final touches and arrangement on the plate. Here I have everything again: steak, carrots, potatoes, asparagus, and shrimp. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and let me know down below what else you would like to see me cook.